After 80 years on this earth, I've learned that life doesn't teach you through lectures. It teaches you through loss, joy, mistakes, and moments. In this video, I'll share the most powerful truths I've learned about love, money, and happiness. Not from books, but from living it all. When you're young, love feels like fireworks, loud, fast, and exciting. But after 80 years, I've realized love is more like a slow-burning fire. It's not about grand gestures or romantic words. It's about presence, patience, and commitment that endures even when no one's watching. In my younger years, I thought love was what you feel: butterflies, passion, romance. But as I grew older, I realized that real love is what you do, especially when life isn't easy. I've learned that love is showing up when it's hard. It's staying during the arguments, supporting someone when they're sick, forgiving mistakes, and choosing kindness when frustration would be easier. It's calling your parents before it's too late. It's checking in on a friend when they've gone quiet. It's holding your partner's hand at 3 a.m. in the hospital, not posting flowers on Valentine's Day. One of my biggest regrets? Assuming people would always be there. I missed birthdays, I skipped visits, I chose work over family dinners. Now, some of those people are gone, and I'd give anything to sit with them one more time. And here's something no one told me: attention is the highest form of love. Not gifts, not words, not plans. Your focus, undivided, intentional attention is what makes someone feel loved. If I could go back, I'd put my phone down, I'd listen better, I'd care more, not louder. If you're lucky enough to have people who love you, treasure them, choose them again and again. Not because it's easy, but because real connection is what gives life depth. Love isn't about perfection. It's about patience, grace, and consistency. Love fades when neglected, but grows quietly when nurtured. I spent the first half of my life chasing money. I thought if I had more of it, I'd finally feel secure, respected, important, even happy. But here's what 80 years have taught me. Money is a tool, not a destination. Yes, money matters, especially when you don't have enough. It gives you safety, options, comfort. But after your basic needs are met, the pursuit of more doesn't always lead to better. I worked long hours, skipped family vacations, and delayed living, thinking I was being responsible. But I've come to see that experiences age better than possessions. I barely remember the suits I bought or the car I drove, but I'll never forget that camping trip with my kids, or the night I stayed up talking with my wife until sunrise. You don't need to be rich. You need to define enough. Enough is when your needs are met and your time is your own. Enough is when you can help someone else without hurting yourself. But most people don't know what enough looks like, so they keep chasing. Here's what I'd do differently. I'd start investing earlier. Let compound interest do the heavy lifting. I'd spend less on things that impress and more on things that last. I'd teach my children not just how to earn money, but how to value it. I'd focus more on time freedom than income growth. And here's a truth no one talks about. Money can't fix what's broken inside you. If you're unhappy, insecure, or bitter, money will only magnify it. But if you're kind, generous, and grounded, money becomes a tool for good. You will never regret living simply, saving steadily, and giving generously. For much of my life, I believed happiness was a milestone, a job title, a bigger home, a number in a bank account. I was wrong. After 80 years, I've realized happiness was never in the destination. It was in the unnoticed moments along the way. I used to say, I'll be happy when I get promoted, when the debt is gone, when the kids are grown. But every time I arrived at a goal, happiness moved just out of reach again. True happiness, I learned, comes not from adding more to your life, but from noticing what's already there. A quiet morning, a warm meal, laughter with a friend, peace in your own skin. I wasted years thinking I had to earn joy. But the happiest people I've met weren't the wealthiest, the smartest, or the most successful. They were the ones who practiced gratitude, who stayed curious, and who didn't let life harden them. You want to be happy? Start with these. Be present. Because most of life's beauty is subtle. Let go of comparison. It's a joy killer. Forgive often. Bitterness is poison you drink hoping others suffer. Give something every day. Your time, your help, a kind word. Slow down. Happiness doesn't scream. It whispers. Another truth. Purpose matters more than pleasure. You can have comfort and still feel lost. But when your life serves something beyond yourself, family, faith, community, you feel anchored. Purpose gives meaning even to pain. Happiness isn't about having everything. It's about needing less, loving more, and waking up each day with peace in your heart. And let me tell you this, the older you get, the more you realize that time, not money, is the most valuable thing you have. Don't waste yours waiting for a perfect future.
If there's one lesson I didn't truly grasp until much later in life, it's this. Time is your most precious currency, and once it's gone, you don't get a refund. When you're young, it feels like you have forever. You trade hours for money. You give your best energy to people who drain you. You postpone joy, rest, and love for later. But at 80, I can tell you, later comes faster than you think. I spent years chasing goals. I skipped birthdays, holidays, even quiet mornings, believing I was building a better future. And yes, hard work is honorable. But what's the point of success if you're too burned out or too old to enjoy it? Time isn't just about minutes and hours, it's about presence. I've sat at dinner tables surrounded by loved ones, but been too distracted to notice the moment. Now, I'd give anything to be back in those ordinary, beautiful scenes, fully awake, fully there. Here's what I wish I had done more often. Said yes to spontaneous road trips, even when it wasn't practical. Closed the laptop when my kids asked me to play. Sat in silence with people I loved, not needing to fill the space. Slowed down enough to watch the sunset without checking my phone. We think we're saving time by rushing, but often we're just skipping over the parts of life that matter most. One of the greatest mistakes I made was putting off what my heart quietly asked me to do. I told myself, I'll do it when I retire, when things settle down, when the kids grow up. But now I understand. Life doesn't wait for your plans to align. If something matters to you, do it now. Say it now. Start it now. Because the greatest sorrow is not what you did. It's what you never dared to try. And let me say this clearly. Protect your time. You can always earn more money. You can always meet new people. But you will never get back a wasted year, or a day spent pleasing people who didn't matter, or the hours you traded your peace for approval. Time teaches you that life is made of moments, not milestones. Don't miss them. Key takeaway. You don't own time. You only get to spend it. So spend it like it's gold. Spend it like it's sacred. Because one day, you'll wish you had more, and all that will matter is how well you used what you had.